Ladies and gentlemen, my name is ChromeDrake and welcome back to our quest to defeat the Sorcerer King. And last episode I actually left it rather prematurely. I left it with a hero level up. However, we've actually unlocked Break on Varda the Slayer, an attack that removes all the target's defense for 3 turns. It's going to be lovely. When she's leveled up, she will become a powerhouse, and possibly even to Drogon level of power. We shall have to see about that, but it can work very well. We're nearly going to clear out these bandit nests. What do we get from the spiders? Funnily enough, we get some web and some venom sacks. So, what are we going to do with these units now? That is the question I'm going to have to keep asking for a little while. Sorcerer King Watch Post. We could take them up here. Do some damage, level up. I think that's probably what we're going to do. For the sake of keeping things quick, I'm going to cast Cloud Walk from Kban. We're going to get these guys on the road on our zone of control. There we go. Now, we've also discovered this landmass in the last video, which we're going to keep exploring with the ship. There are obviously some crystal shards lingering there, so that's a wonderful little continental area. Also, we've discovered that the Ice Lieutenant, whose name escapes me currently, is also in that particular vicinity. So very sinister. We're going to take down this bandit sharpshooter's army. And they have a cleric, and they have Olon the sorcerer, so we'll give this a go and see what happens. Well, that was a little bit painful, but nothing I'm going to lose too much sleep over. Who do we have first? Right, let's use our lightning shot to lock down these guys' abilities. And we need to be careful about Crack's Conspirator. He is rather powerful. However, the most powerful unit I can see currently is this bandit sharpshooter right here. However, we have got a few turns to sort him out, like, you know. So we'll see what happens there. You're rather strong. How strong are you? 15. Whatever. Take down the dwarf. If they're not on our team, we don't care. Should have brought him down to that Crack's Conspirator there. That was a bit of a foolish thing on my part. You've used Poison Shot. Okay, don't care about that quite so much. However, these guys are liable to die in the very immediate future if I don't move them away. So we'll try and take down this little... is it Uruk? I can't remember. Sorcerer King Informant. The Sorcerer King's goblin-y dude, in essence. We could deal damage, but at the same time, we could actually finish that guy straight off. He's got a very powerful ranged attack, actually, as Giot, so that's actually very cool. I could end up taking him as my prime hero over Peregrine the Ranger. So, sorry, Peregrine, but like I say, I'm just not impressed, mate. I'm just not impressed in the slightest. Refresh seems a bit poor. We'll just cast Arcane Sword on these fellows right here. I'm actually going to start restoring some of my units. We've only got 3 Sovereign casts in this particular group. 11, 8 to 11, 9 to 12 will deal... I didn't realise that guy only had 16 HP. Whoops. Can you actually take him down? Yes, you can. Great. Good dodge. In fact, we're going to cast now into the light so we can get some of our mana back. And this cleric is in a world of hurt right now. Smite you down. Another enchanted warding chain coif. Well, that is really amazing. And we've also got shattered splintered staff. Really good. That's really good finds. Okay, and we're going to keep going to this camp over here, whatever it may happen to be. So, the Fallen Apprentice's Army. Now, we can wipe most of these units out in one spell. The Fallen Apprentice could be rather damaging. Obviously, the Trog and the Trog Archer are also going to be nasty little bastards. What else have we got here? Excellent. Right. I think we can do this. It's just going to come down to casting a lot of spells very quickly. We are going to lead off with Holy Vindication. And that's a huge, sizable chunk of their army dealt with immediately. Ah, it's physical invulnerability. So when I got hit, I think in the last game, or was it this one? No, it actually escapes me. Then it must have been that they were attacking with an element as well. We're also going to use Arcane Spread, which will wipe out the majority of the rest of the army. I drain life. I need to keep... Well, Sir Teddy does deserve to live. He definitely does. We're going to use Crushing Blow. We are going to restore Sir Teddy to health. And we're going to just finish off these Urks. And the unit I'm worried about most is actually a bit of a toss-up between the Enchantress and also these archers over here. Now, break. Right, that has to be an adjacent enemy, so that's also very good to know. Pounce ability would have been good, because then I could have just sort of ridden straight through these guys. But as it stands, we can still do Holy Charge and get rid. You are going to restore Keplin. And to be perfectly honest, yeah, you can run up here. They're not. I don't think they're going to focus you. No, they're going to focus Varda, and they're not going to do too much with it, if I'm perfectly honest. So we'll take down these Trog archers. Should have saved my smite for her. Not tactically brilliant. And Varda decided dodged. Good job. Good job indeed. We'll bring you up. We'll sort you out on the next turn. Yeah, let's give this a go. I mean, I've been leery about this since the last few patches, but let's see if Arcane Missile... It actually does what it's supposed to now. Fantastic. Great stuff. You've got 18 defense. Let's break it. Ooh, critical hit. And Sir Teddy's going to go in. He can't quite finish the job. I'll tell you what, though. I know what can. Into the light you go. And we've got some really nice loot. The last breaths are really good as well. And we'll see what else they have in the next battle. Army 2, Army... Yep. See, these are really good leveling grounds for our heroes currently. Oh, I've got a champion leveled up over here. Excuse me. Right, we're going to get Maul on Varda. That's going to really buff her up. What level is she now? Varda the Slayer. Level 5. Level 5. Well, level 5 is an interesting level. Because while I haven't got an appropriate sword unlocked, because that's level 8, Oh, those are Ranger's bows. I'm actually going to sell both of those. Don't need them at all. Shadow Broadsword is level 6. Could wait a level. Do we have... Cedarwood. And we're going to wait until level 6 to give her the Shadow Short Sword, I think. Avalon, you are idle. What are you going to build for me? No, I don't think we need a Citadel out of you just at the moment. We could just produce magic, in all honesty. That's quite a bit of magic left, and then we'll come back to Avalon a bit later on, I think. Or we could produce food. No, we'll produce magic. We'll get our magic under the way, because that will boost our sovereign level, our research, everything, really. Right, so you've finished getting food online. That is excellent. So the next thing I'm going to want you to build is a command post. We do have a lot of logistics just at the moment. No, your Onyx Throne. We'll probably get the command post, and we've got crystals nearby, and then we'll get the Onyx Throne, and probably the Archivist. That'll do. What do we have here? Yeah, I need to get some units over here pronto, so I'll be bringing this boat back round, and once we've dealt with all the camps, we will sort these guys out. Kban's army. Kban's ex-army, more like. Ha ha. What do we have? Bandit, Captain, a couple of archers. Well, let's make their life a little bit more interesting, shall we? Okay, 38. I think we actually need to start whittling you down, mate, because you've actually got the most attack out of everybody there. We'll get a restore on our pikemen. Should have moved them over a bit, but anyway, never mind. And we'll just finish you off with a simple attack. You are going to start working your way up as well. I say, and Attica should be done with whatever it is it's building soon. And then, right, these pikemen are actually really packing much less of a punch than I remember them doing. What level are they? 4. Well, they're good against beasts and they're good against mounted units, so in actual fact they're wonderful against this guy here. But yeah, obviously not quite doing what I need them to do at the moment. We'll get our... No, we shall enchant Guild the Marksman. How about that? Because he's going to be doing the damage for us. I wonder if I can web this guy. Yes, I can, and that gives us a heck of a lot of leeway to deal with everything else. That works very nicely for me. We're going to actually just restore this guy, because I really don't want him to die. Yeah, we're doing more damage. Not as much as I'd like, but we are doing more damage. Excellent stuff. In fact, we'll bring you over and we'll start working on Kban. Kban, you've had your... Oops, that was the wrong ability entirely. My finger was not where I thought it was on my keyboard. Ha ha! We are going to smite you down. Kban, your day is done. Still working on my enchanter. That will not do. Why couldn't you just move there? I don't know. Oh well. You do a bit of damage. That's all I ask of you right now. When does he go next? He'll be dead as soon as Giot rolls round, so I'll start working on these guys. We're going to cast an Into the Light, because I do want my mana reserves up. And Giot the Marksman finishes the job. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Done and done. We got another army here, so we're going to go straight back into battle, and we've actually come out of that with more mana than we had in the first place. Though in actual fact, I'm going to cancel that because I've just noticed I have a report waiting. So what do you want, my fellow dwarven companions? You know what? More armor. Definitely more armor. Additional arms? No, more armor. Oh yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. Fantastic stuff. I shall get that equipped shortly. I don't really need it at the moment, so we'll save that for the new units that we're inevitably going to need. Alright, this army is considerably more powerful than the last one we faced. It is time for... Who's going next? Yeah, okay, so first things first, Holy Vindication. Did far less than I wanted it to do. We're going to use these on the wolves to stop the wolves from howling. That was a silly place to put yourselves, wolves. A very silly place indeed. Okay, so these bandit raiders are going to be the, the nasty SOBs that we're going to have to deal with. I'm actually going to spend a little bit of mana, use arcane... Well, it's not really worth it. I just don't really think that's worth it for the mana, honestly. Compared, with what my units can do anyway. I really don't like it at all. Who's going next? The archers, my pikemen, my enchanter, Giot, and then, so these guys are going to be much later in the combat. Okay. Let's get you sorted out, boys. That's unfortunate. I'm going to save there. I should have actually done an AoE. That was a bit silly of me. But we are going to do Slay Beast, which should do a hideous amount of damage to those wolves. There we go. We're going to enchant our Sentinel's weaponry, I think. And we'll get rid of those wolves once and for... No, we won't. They dodged. Haha. Okay, we'll just do a load of damage over here. Peregrine the Ranger. What are you going to do, Peregrine? We have got a... Well, you can do a lot of AoE damage, which is nice. That was a decent blow. Go, my Sentinel brethren. Those marksmen will go down when they go down. Let's take care of the wolf. No, shouldn't have done that. Curses. And these guys are actually poisoned, which is quite good indeed. So we're going to bring our units up here and start whittling away these archers. There we go. You can move hither and do your awesome AoE damage. That hurt. So he's now crippled. I am absolutely going to restore you. And we got a pikeman here. Pikeman going to finish this guy off. And I'll use my last Sovereign cast in a minute to cast another Into the Light. What do I want you to do? I really don't know. We'll just cast Reflect on these guys. And we will cast Into the Light on this fella here. Giot, you are a monstrous archer. I love it. Good dodge. Can't bitch about that. He definitely did the job there. But these archers, this group of archers is now destroyed, and so are you, sir. Smite your face. Peregrine the Ranger's leveled up. That's what I like to see. Giot's not leveled up again. That's unfortunate. The Crazy Librarian's leveled up. Fair enough. What do we get? Stuff. Now, next question. That's a question I've been asking quite a bit lately. A combat rating of 54. Where are we going to send you next? I think we are going to send you... Well, we've got some adventuring sites, haven't we, that we want to explore. So I think that's what we're going to do with this party. So I am going to spend the mana to get them back. You know, speed is a good thing. Giot can cast it. I like you, Giot. You can cast this spell. A suspicious character. In this field, you find a suspicious-looking character in a cloak. He explains that this was the site of an ancient battlefield, and that he intends to reanimate the dead and take their belongings. He asks if you'd like to help. Well, I don't know. I feel like he should be stopped, but I feel like killing him is probably a bit much, but... Slay the villain. There's no place for magic this evil in your land. You put sword to the villain. So I'm sorry about this, villain, but I'm putting sword to you, apparently. And that's pretty much you done, villain. +1 on a Crimson Ring and a Ring of Mastery. Gorgeous. The creepy fellow dead, you search his corpse for creepy belongings. Well, that's fair enough. Okay, we've got another army here to tackle. This is going to cost more mana to do this, but it's worth it. It is worth it to deal with the Sorcerer King right now. So here we go, guys. It's time for Invulnerability. It is time to cast Holy Vindication. It is time to cast Arcane Spread. Unholy Howl is not really what I wanted to see, admittedly, but hopefully... Oh, Sir Teddy! Sir Teddy! You are so close to death! Oh, Sir Teddy! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed you, Sir Teddy. What a shame. Well, there's nothing we could have done about that at all. So, we'll send this Urkson off into the light. And see if we can deal some damage to these wargs here. Vada, how are you looking at level 5? A defense of 27 is actually extremely decent. These guys got 35 HP, 24 HP, and we got a Band of Urkson here. Right, so I don't really want to get you directly into the combat just at the moment. We are, however, going to break this guy's armor. Move in and finish the job. I say that armor break is a fantastic ability to have in your army. It really is very, very good. Yes, Dark Spread, of course. It's a nasty ability, to say the least. Restore yourself. Take down that fiend. We're going to cast Restore again. We're going to restore our Wraith to health. Come around here and deal your damage, Mr. Wraith. Boop! That's all I can say to that. Boop! God, we really need to get her a better sword, to say the least. Do a bit of damage to those wargs. Invulnerability has now worn off. We're going to move here, and we are going to charge straight through. It's going to deal a fair bit of damage. Not as much damage as I would have liked, actually, but a fair bit. Smite her down. 38 HP? No! Yes, we definitely need some reinforcements in this army. Athica will be up and ready for that soon. So, not too far off now. Let's get one more restore off on our Wraith here. And just boop our way to victory. There we go. Yeah, Deathrush Shadowheart. Very nice. Sir Teddy, we shall remember you. Who has leveled up? It is Sir Peregrine. I've completely forgotten about him again. Frozen Arrow could be quite good. Critical Aim... See, Range Captain is excellent, but as I've said in a previous episode, getting Quickfire means that if it's still not fixed yet, we could be screwing up the initiative orders, and therefore, basically, it's like what happened was that the Peregrine and the Archers effectively lost 2 turns, and I couldn't do exactly what I wanted them to do at the start of the battle, which kind of sucked. But I really want Range Captain too. Yeah, so it's actually really not easy at all. It's not an easy choice. I think we're going to go Frozen Arrows and Legendary Quiver. That's what I'm going to decide to do. Giot has also leveled up. And we are going to take Range Captain 1. Since it just buffs up all the range units in the army. We're going to bring this ship carefully. Right, yeah, we definitely want to settle on this land. I didn't see any fertile terrain though. Perhaps there's some here that I just didn't really notice on the way around. However, we're going to want to get a whole string of pioneers there to, you know, drop some outposts. And we're definitely going to want to upgrade this army and take care of some of those layers too. Did I not actually wipe this bandit stronghold out? Have I completely... Or is that a different bandit stronghold? I've forgotten to wipe it out! Well, bollocks. Well, while we're waiting to reinforce these guys, we'll get them to move up and we'll sort that out. We'll bring you over hither. You're going to continue to get stuff for me. There is a deadly dungeon down here, so we're going to bring you down and we're going to hopefully sort this out. Heavy traffic. The ground around this dungeon has been beaten down by heavy traffic. Literally heavy. As you tiptoe deeper, you emerge into a torchlit cavern, where a clutch of very heavy enemy soldiers prepare for whatever depravity they have planned next. Taking them out will surely be a setback to the Sorcerer King's sinister plans. If you survive, I am not afraid. You should be. You charge into battle regardless. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm terrified. Yep, sure. I'll go with that. We shall restore our sentinels to health. Hellboulder and the Gaul. Now, you've got hideous spell resistance, large, iron skin, overpower, bloodthirsty. Yeah. That's all nasty. But that works. Right, you can't do anything effective against this thing. We're going to have to leave our sentinels to deal with this fella here. So we definitely want some gang up bonuses. Giot can do quite a bit of damage actually, so we'll get Giot on the job here. This guy's probably going to hurl a boulder shortly, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. In fact, we're going to cast Into the Light. Yes, you're right. I could have cursed him, but hey, it's a mana drain I really don't need at the minute. Do you class as a beast? I don't know, because I clicked on the wrong thing, clearly. And we will restore you. Might as well give you some enchanted blades, some arcane swords. In fact, I can finish the job with Peregrine. Well done, Peregrine. Okay. That wasn't easy. I disagree. People will talk about this victory for a while, especially when you keep bringing it up. Your work done, you rummage through the village's belongings. Another Ring of Mastery, Courage, Fame, and Doomsday counter, -10. Very nice. Oh, of course, yes, I remember now. I've forgotten that there were 2 more armies here. Right, so I do want to get my guys leveled up before I tackle that particular force over there. Are there any more adventure sites knocking around that I can sort of easily have a little go at? There's one down here. And of course we've got a dungeon. Now where do I want the ship? Where's the... Ah, okay, I hadn't considered that. There's, it's actually not easy to pick up my pioneers, but I'm not going to have pioneers for a little while anyway. Oh, right. Well, in that case, we're going to bring this ship down here, and I'll probably summon another ship, as expensive as it is, when I need to next. I want to get, if I can really quickly drop off some units on this shoreline. You know what? I could do that almost immediately. It's just a case of I need to pick up units with a boat. If I could drop off an army on this shoreline ridiculously quickly, blow up the Ice Mage's army, I could actually lock down this mountain pass and trap Vetrar in there until I can actually deal with him. So, with that in mind, I am actually going to take this opportunity to... where is it? Summon another ship. It's 30 mana. I think ultimately that's going to be worth it. Our Sovereign's leveled up. We're going to get Greater Piety. +3 Destiny's Favour. You know, I feel like I've not been doing something right. I've not actually used any Destiny's Favour at all in this entire game, and that surely can't be right. In fact, I can't even remember if I've gone through it with you guys, so I apologise. So, Heavenly Ward, target unit will retreat to the nearest city when they lose a battle. Costs 1 Destiny's Favour on 1 mana turn upkeeps. That's a get out of jail free card. So if we want to keep a unit alive, we can use that to do so. I'm sure I have more Destiny's Favour stuff than that. Ah, Destiny's Judgment. Bring down the Wrath of the Gods with a 75 arcane damage attack on the target. Cost 1 Destiny's Favour. Why haven't I noticed that before? We've now got 9 Destiny's Favour to use, so I can actually start casting out on some key units, make sure they stay alive, especially for the leveling units. But we'll sort that out when we sort it out. Right, now this is awkward as sin, because we want to get this... We do want to get this shard here, and I'm not willing to take the time to do it, so we're actually going to advance out this way. However, Donara, I've just realised, Donara, let's get you a couple of enchantments. We want Bountiful Harvest. And, you know, we're going to just leave it at that until you leveled up a bit more. However, we now have a new shard to our name. Fantastic. We have an idle unit here. I want to bring you down hither, just to see what I can see and explore a little bit. And we have an idle city. Right, we are in a position now to build some more units. So we don't have enough crystal for another enchanter. We do want another sentinel at the very least. Not sure archers are worth it for my main army. They're simply not all that great. You know, alright, I do need to find another source of crystal because I do want another enchanter. Do we have any crystal crags? So to get that other source of crystal, I would actually need to build... Now there is a unit... No... Order of the Mayor would be lovely. I'm sure there was... Order of the Seer. Order of the Seer. Okay, so I'm going to build two more squads of Sentinels with the metal I have. And then we will get Order of the Seer, because I do want some more crystal deposits and everything else. Idle units. You are idle. Okay. Right, so those Sentinels are going to take one more turn to train. Going to bring you down there. Damn it, Dwarven Pioneer, why did you do this to me? Well, we have a strong unearthed dungeon here. So, an underground lab. This dungeon opens into a brightly lit room filled with curious apparatuses. Someone is performing horrible experiments here, and to judge by the screams from deeper within, they're doing it on the living. A troll enters the room and seems unhappy. More than the usual level of unhappy typical of it in his kind, he seems specifically unhappy to see you. Fight the troll now, ask questions later. You loosen up your stabbing muscles and attack the troll. Well, you know what, I don't really give a crap about this troll, so... This might be... we might actually have a bit more to this quest than meets the eye, we shall see. Beautiful. Ah, yes we do. You descend further into the sinister lab. On the next level you find cages filled with tortured and battered men. They also look unhappy. One of them whispers to you, "Please free us, please, we're so unhappy." From below you hear the sound of more screaming. Someone else is in trouble. Free the men and head deeper into the lab. At the bottom level of the lab you find the source of the screams, a scholar sworn to the Sorcerer King. Unusually for a scholar, he has a stick that's completely on fire. He turns away from the twisted and disfigured subjects he's been experimenting on and faces you. Attack the scholar! Oh, another one of these guys. Wonderful. Well, the scholar's been resisted. Right, so we've got a fallen apprentice. The fallen apprentice is something that I very dearly want to deal with in the very near future. So to that end, we're going to do lightning shot. We can't do really much damage to this Umberdroth. However, we are going to cast Curse. Alright, so spells that, obviously, it's a case of some spells can be resisted, some can't, they will tell you. I have been wondering about that for the longest time, and now I know. We can't do another Sovereign cast. I will probably heal these guys in just a moment. In fact, I will do that now. You have no defense, Umberdroth, therefore we are going to knacker ye. Knacker ye hard. Beautiful. Giot the Marksman is an absolute beast. Look at that damage. Let's see if our pikemen can... I don't think pikemen have been nerfed. I think I've just, you know... Oh, wow. Shit. Well, there goes an enchanter. You know that enchanter that I couldn't build before? I think I could build one now. I've just got the crystal back for some reason. Anyway, so who's leveled up? The magician's leveled up. That's fine. The scholar and his minions dead. You pick through their belongings. Ooh, a shield of the sentinel. Plus 10 defense, plus 10 dodge, plus 20 defense while defending. This unit's defense is increased by 1 each time they are attacked. Shield bash. Beautiful. So plus 1 courage, plus 1 fame. Gorgeous. Really, really nice. However, unfortunately, as always, that brings us to the end of this episode. I've run out of time. Thank you guys ever so much for joining me. My name, of course, has been ChromeDrake. And all that remains for me to say is great health, good gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.